Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we are working in my inventory binder and I'm starting off by writing a list, and my list consists of distress oxides in my inks. I need to complete that. Paint pens, acrylic paint, marble watercolour paints, art crayons, watercolour pencils, Crayola white pencils on the black card, embossing powders, embossing folders, stencils, stamps. Got to check to see if I've done all my punches. I've got to do my dies, update my paper, finish off my washi, redo my Marvel white colouring pencil in 203, and do my Marvel cream pencil 100 on black paper or cardstock, and that's my pencils. I've got oil pastels, Hobbycraft watercolours, charcoal, pencils and charcoal, watercolour paints from the works, and Hobbycraft white paint. So I'm now going through all of my paints and realising that I've actually got two of some of them, which is why I wanted to do this inventory binder in the first place, so that I'd stop buying doubles. I'm just moving all my paints out of the way that I've got, and I'm still going through to check what else I need. So I'm going to be doing that for a few minutes. Here is where I noticed that I needed to do my art crayons, so I'll pull them out. Now we're into the pens. I'm just checking every now and again, because I have them swatched out in two different places. I have them under certain categories, so one colour swatch will go under the specific item, i.e. colour pens and or pens in general, and then another swatch of the same pen will go under as a colour swatch. So I put all my colour swatches together, whether that's pens, pencils, paints, paint markers, crayons, inks, whatever it is, they all go under my colour swatches, and then in a separate place in the binder they also then go into that specific category. So here I'm just flicking through my punches, and I just note down the fact that I need to check them. I also need to do my dies and my paper, and then I think in a minute we will be jumping on to actually starting to do some swatching. So this bit of the front is all my coloured swatches, so I'm just going through. I have only just managed to get some black cardstock, so majority of the white items on the black in the folder that you can see at the moment is actually on dark grey cardstock rather than black cardstock. Sorry, get my tongue twisted. I also noticed that some of them I'd put on there to, like I'd put a white colour on a white piece of card, or I just put a piece of card in there with a colour name and what product it was, and I hadn't actually swatched it, which is another reason why I decided to get some black cardstock and do that. I think after we've done this and I've pulled everything out, I then go to get some black card, and you see me get my trimmer out, and on that note I then decide that I'm going to start trimming up some black cardstock and some watercolour paper, because a lot of the products that I have left to swatch is my watercolours. Apart from my Distress Oxides, I keep putting that one off. There's just so many of them. If I'd have started this when I started collecting my Distress Oxides, I probably wouldn't have the problem now. But I don't just swatch them in one way. Like, I don't just take a stamp pad and stamp them out. I've already done that. What I do with my Distress Oxides is I stamp it in one corner. I then what do I do? I then blend it in another corner and I drop water droplets on it. Then I blend it in another corner and leave it to it. And then I blend it in another corner and I use a stencil and a baby wipe or a anti-back wipe, whatever wipe, you know, a piece of tissue with water on it to get another effect off of it. So I've, on one card, shown myself 4 different ways that I can use that Distress Oxide to remind myself that it's not just an ink pad and I don't have to use it just as an ink pad. I can use it in other ways. So here I am currently just cutting up some card. This is my watercolour paper. I can't remember what it is. I think it's... Hang on, I'm going to try and move. It is... 200 GSM. It's quite thick. It says it is a watercolour studio pad, 100 sheets, 200 GSM, cold pressed, and it is 24 by 32 centimetres, or 9.5 inches by 12.5 inches. I didn't buy it, I got donated it off of a friend who salvaged it from his workplace because it was going to go into a bin, but there was nothing wrong with it. So he salvaged it for me and rescued it and gave it to me. So I'm slowly been making my way through it, but I don't generally watercolour that often, and when I do, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm still learning with a lot of the products. Where have I gone? Oh, I'm back. Yeah, so now I'm going to do, I think, 2 sheets of black cardstock. I was just having a look to see what that was. I got that in Pound Stretcher. And if I make some creaking noises and have a look again, it's by Craft It. It's black cardstock. It's 220 GSM for A4. It's 10 sheets. And I think I got it for like 80p. It says ideal for home, office and school. Store in dry place. Kind of hope you'd want to. Yeah, it seems alright. The only thing I did notice was when I didn't notice it when I bought it, but it has got a white core. So if white core bothers you, I wouldn't bother getting it from Pound Stretcher. We've just had a big one open up in town, so I decided to grab a couple of packets of it because it was decent weight, and I majority wanted it for just doing my swatching anyway, so, and for my inventory binder. So all you see, here we go. I just started and then realised that I had a mess next to me, so I didn't have anywhere to put it. Yeah, literally all I did then was just take a blob of paint on my finger and just smushed it onto the card. No need to get paintbrushes dirty and technical when you have a finger and it can do the job. Yeah, I realised I didn't put my white my white paint down, so I just wrote it on there so I could swatch it out. These are some little tubes of acrylic paint. I've had them since I was a kid, and you'll notice in a minute I've just grabbed the white. There's nothing in it. I grab, oh yeah, just panicked because I was like, what have I done with my card? Grab the yellow, nothing in it. Grab the blue, I was like, oh cool, it's not open, this should be alright. Then I got annoyed because it filled the lid, and then all it did was glub oil out. It wasn't paint, it was just oil that was coloured. And I was like, well, if that one's knackered, they probably all are. I've had them for over 10 years. So now I'm going to my art crayons. These are the ones that I got from the works. And I can tell you now, that's the first time I've used them. And they're bloody smooth as hell. They are so smooth and so easy to use. I think they're going to be some fun to work with. And then I realised, hang on a minute, can I blend it? And I can. So that made me happy. I have no idea how to use them, but we will give it a go, I'm sure. I'm just doing my greens. And like you see, I learnt my hard way. If you're doing the product and the colour, do them at the same time. So much easier. When I first did all my paints, what I thought was all my paints, I did one swatch, that was it, for my paint section. And then I was like, hang on a minute, I've got to now go back again and swatch all my paints again because I forgot that I wanted them in my colour section as well. So as you can see here, all I have is 2 embossing powders, and yet it's taken me nearly 2 years since I've started this to actually swatch them. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I also found out that I'm having issues with my embossing pad. I have got a refill for it, but it just doesn't seem to stay like filled. I literally used the embossing pad last week and to do a card, and then I couldn't get the bloody ink stuff out. It just sits on top of the pad. It doesn't get absorbed in. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So if anyone has any advice, please let me know. I also learned last week and this week that I 100% do not like the gold one. It's called tinsel gold, I believe it's called, and it's too much like glitter, and I can't stand glitter. I hate glitter with a passion. And yeah, it's Paper Mania tinsel gold, and it is awful. So if you don't like glitter, I don't recommend this one. On the other hand, my other one that I've got is clear, and I love it. I think it's amazing, and the fact that you can use it and do watercolouring over the top of it or inks over the top of it, I think it's great. So yeah, I do like my clear. I have been looking to see if I could find a massive tub of that, but I've been struggling to find it. So I burnt my fingers and then decided to get the tweezers out. And then really regretted having to do 2 of these because I really disliked it, and now I keep seeing gold little flakes everywhere and it's driving me up the wall. I don't know how to get rid of it. So yeah. Oh, you will see me obsessively clean constantly throughout this video as well. So just a heads up with that. I didn't quite realise how OCD I was until I started recording this video and realised I'm constantly cleaning my desk throughout the entire video. So I shrunk this video down to 20 minutes, and the original video was nearly 2 hours. So because of that, I had to shrink it down so you didn't have 2 hours of sitting there watching me. So that one is the clear all done, just tidying up as I go. And now I'm just embossing my clear ones. I don't know if you get to see a glimpse of it, but I just love how satisfying it is watching it disappear. See, all gone. I think it's great. What are we doing next? I believe we are going on to... Okay, yep. We're going on to the... what are they? Paint pens next. This one I ended up binning. It was supposed to be a metallic silver, and it was clear. And I shook the hell out of it. Didn't do nothing. I was like, maybe the nib's buggered. I kept on looking at it, thinking, what's going on? Put it to one side and then ignore it. So now I'm going on to the black. You will see I skip in a minute, and that's because I had to use my phone. There we go, we're back again. So I did finish the black, and now I'm going on to other colours as well. I will say the metallic ones were extremely hard to use. They were very scratchy, and I wasn't a fan of that whatsoever, so I don't recommend getting the metallics. I think they came in a... I don't know how many there is, but... Hang on. Come here. Right, so we get... In this collection, I got them off of Amazon. They are... Art Eclipse paint pens, and I got a white, a light blue, green, a light green, peach, baby pink, a red, a light brown, a metallic gold, a metallic blue, a metallic yellow, metallic green. I've got a normal yellow, which also seemed to struggle. I got an orange, come on, purple, baby blue, a bright pink, a dark brown, and a black, and that dodgy silver in this collection. And there was quite a few of them that did struggle just on normal cardstock, but I have to say the white one is amazing, absolutely amazing, and it done better than my Posca paint pen, which I was extremely surprised because, you know, that's the only one I own, and it done such a good job of it, and it was so, like, you can hardly see the background on the black, like the black background on the with the white on top. It's very nice. I do believe that is now my favourite white one, but I have to find out if you can buy them singly, because I'd like to stock up on some of them white ones. I'd be very disappointed if you have to buy the whole set again just to be able to buy the white one. So on my black swatches, I use a... What are you? A jelly roll in 08 to do the writing on the cardstock, so I know what colour and what brand it is. And then on the white cardstock that I do my swatches on, I just use a black fine tip in 0.4, which is a nice size. I do like that one. I am going to have to stock up on some more fine tip pens though, because unfortunately I've gone through all of my collection. Oh, just a heads up, while we're chatting, and I've still got a few minutes to go, next month I am thinking about doing a daily clean with me and organise with me challenge. So I chose February to do it rather than this month because, well, one, there's less days, let's be real, and two, I was kind of hoping by February I might feel a bit more motivated. I'm kind of hoping the weather might be getting a bit better, so I'll feel like I'll be able to get more done. you know, health conditions permitted. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, I think on the last Monday of the month I will do a video showing and explaining what my plans are for each day of February. So look out for that video. And I am going to do a shameless plug and say, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notifications button, and try and remember to give this video a like if you do enjoy these sort of videos. I have got another one coming next month for you, which is hopefully finishing off the rest of the stuff that I pulled out, because I'm currently surrounded by it on my desk. So hopefully I can get that video done either today or tomorrow. So if you can see me doing them other two swatches, I have one on a piece of watercolour paper, and one was a piece of like the shiny side of the cardstock that I was using. See, look how nice that white is. I got so enthusiastic I kept going. Anyway, we're nearly at the end of the video now, so here we go, cleaning again. So anyway, have a good day, and it was nice speaking to you all, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll speak to you all again soon, so bye. Oh, here we go, showing you what I've done. Bye. Have a good day.